Welcome, everyone, to The Deep Dive. Thanks for joining us on the channel today. We're here to unpack some really compelling insights and hopefully turn them into wisdom you can actually use in your life. Today, we're diving deep into Wayne Dyer's work, specifically his 22 manifestation principles. If you've ever felt that pull, that urge to, shape your reality more intentionally, well, this deep dive offers a really clear roadmap. Okay, let's unpack this. Let's see what it's all about.
Yeah, and what's fascinating here, I think, is that Wayne Dyer wasn't just talking about, simple positive thinking.
Mm-hmm.
He really got into the mechanics of creation, how it actually works. These principles, they're less about wishful thinking and more about understanding the energy behind your thoughts, your emotions, how they actively construct the world you experience. We're talking tangible steps here, ways to align with this powerful creative force that's always there, always at play.
That's a really important distinction, isn't it? It's not just dreaming, it's about, well, the inner work, the doing. And often, the biggest shifts start with the basics, like Dyer's first principle: calm the mind, relax. He basically says a restless mind is just static. It blocks creative energy, blocks inspiration. So to receive, you gotta quiet the noise first. The practice he suggests is so simple, too. Just, 5 minutes? Complete silence before the day really gets going? Think about the space that creates. And the affirmation is straightforward: I am calm, clear, and open to receiving.
Exactly. And that calm state, it's not just about feeling less stressed, it's
Yeah.
about vibration. It's about aligning yourself, which leads perfectly into principle number 2, align with source energy. Think of source energy like this universal Wi-Fi, yeah. Always broadcasting abundance, love, creativity. When your thoughts are calm, grateful, loving, you're basically logging in. You've got the right password. You're letting that powerful creative energy flow into your reality. It's less about what you think and more about the frequency, the vibration of your thoughts. So a great practice is starting the day with gratitude, really feeling it, and stating your connection, affirming, I am connected to the infinite source of all that is.
Okay, so you create calm, you connect to that source energy. Then what? The next principles seem to build on how we actually interact with that energy. Principle 3 is feel as if you already have it. So shifting from just thinking to feeling, why is feeling it so critical? Is it just about being positive?
Oh, it's way deeper than just being positive. Your emotions, they're the accelerator. They're the fuel for manifestation. If thoughts are the blueprint, feelings are what make it happen. Dyer emphasized that you attract what you are emotionally vibrating, not just what you think about. Want abundance. You need to feel abundant now, even before you see it physically. That sends the clear signal. It's about embodying the state of already having it. A really powerful practice for this is visualization, but using all 5 senses. What does it really look like? Sound like? Smell, taste, feel like? Now that it's real for you. And then your affirmation becomes gratitude for what is. I am grateful for my manifested reality.
That's a huge reframe, living it now emotionally. And once you're in that feeling state, the way you talk about your desires, that becomes super important too, right? Because like Dyer says, our words aren't just descriptive, they're creative. Which brings us to number 4. Use exclamation, not questions. This isn't just playing with words, is it? It's about the energy behind them.
Precisely. Think about the energy difference. Asking, will I get this promotion? Versus declaring, that promotion is already mine. The question, it implies doubt, uncertainty. That creates resistance, energetically speaking. But the exclamation, that's conviction. It's a bold statement to the universe. It's done. It's like you're speaking it into existence, aligning your words with what you want. So yeah, replace those hesitant questions. Use bold affirmations like, it is already mine. And the core affirmation has that finality. It is done. Claiming it, not just hoping for it.
Right, claiming it. That's a powerful shift. And staying with that conviction, Principle 5 brings in this core vibration: remain in a spirit of love. We hear love a lot in these contexts, but why is love specifically the highest vibration for manifestation, according to Dyer? What's so potent about it?
Well, love isn't just, a fuzzy feeling. It's an actual energetic frequency. Think about tuning a radio. When you're broadcasting love, you're tuning into the universe's strongest signal, the most powerful one. It attracts everything that resonates with that pure creative energy. It's the ultimate magnet for good because it's the nature of source itself. When you operate from love, resistance just dissolves. You open up to, infinite possibilities. A simple practice, he suggests, but really transformative. Silently bless 3 people you meet today. Just send them good energy, and your affirmation reflects that outward flow. I radiate love and attract miracles.
Embodying that frequency. Okay, and that connects really nicely to Principle 6. Know what you have is enough.
Yeah.
This isn't about settling, right? It's about gratitude. which seems key to keeping that vibration high.
Absolutely not complacency. It's the opposite, really. It's recognizing the abundance that's already here, right now. See, focusing on lack, that just detracts more flack. It's the frequency you're putting out. Gratitude, though, that's an amplifier. It tells the universe, hey, I see the good stuff, I appreciate it, and I'm open for more.
Mm.
A really powerful daily habit is just writing down 5 things you genuinely appreciate and really feel that appreciation. Your affirmation becomes this profound statement, I have more than enough.
Makes sense. And as we go deeper into understanding ourselves in this whole process, Principle 7 introduces the higher self. What exactly is this higher self, and how do we tap into its guidance for manifestation?
Yeah, the higher self.
Yeah.
It's not some separate thing way out there. It's the part of you that sees the big picture. It's connected to that universal wisdom. It knows your highest potential, your inner GPS, basically. It guides your authentic desires, not just the ego's fleeting wants. And connecting with it, just pause, ask yourself, what does my highest self want for me today?
Mm.
That question alone aligns you with your true path, often brings insights the conscious mind misses. The affirmation here is about honoring that wisdom. I honor my higher wisdom.
Okay, aligning with deeper purpose. I like that. And when you're in that alignment, it kind of paves the way for Principle 8. Be immersed in peace.
Mm.
It sounds like peace isn't just a passive state, but an active ingredient.
It absolutely is. Peace isn't just, no conflict. It's the fertile soil. It's where new ideas, insights, opportunities, where they can actually grow, like a perfectly still pond, right? You can see clearly to the bottom. A mind immersed in peace is receptive. It's clear, open to guidance. A lovely practice for this. Spend 10 minutes in nature, no phone. Just be there, breathe it in, soak up the stillness. And the affirmation for this is simple but vital. Peace flows through me.
That presence, yeah, seems foundational. Okay, moving to 9, Dyer says, go beyond the physical plane. This feels like a big leap for some people. It challenges our default view of reality. What does it really mean to manifest from the unseen?
This is where we really shift how we see reality. Everything, absolutely everything starts as energy, as intention. Before it becomes physical matter, that chair you're in, this conversation, it all started as an idea, an unseen thought. So instead of getting bogged down worrying about the how in the physical world, which is usually our first instinct, right? Dyer says, spend time visualizing from that energetic realm. Focus on the feeling, the being of it already existing, not the step-by-step process. This primes the energy field. The affirmation helps build that trust. The unseen supports me.
Wow, that's a real call to release control, which naturally leads us straight to Principle 10, surrender and trust the Creator. I think a lot of us struggle with this one. We want to manage everything. How do we genuinely let go and trust without just becoming passive?
That's the key distinction, isn't it?
Yeah.
Surrender isn't apathy. It's not giving up. It's intelligent release. You set the intention. You do the inner energetic work we've been talking about. And then you step back. You allow the universe, the Creator, whatever term you prefer, to orchestrate the how and the when. Trying to control the how just limits the possibilities to what your mind can figure out. And that's usually much smaller than what's actually possible. So after you visualize, after you set your intention, just add this or something better. It's about openness, trusting divine timing. Your affirmation becomes a statement of faith. I trust the divine plan.
Releasing control. Yeah, that definitely sounds like it would reduce resistance.
No, big.
Which is Principle 11, let go of resistance. What does resistance usually look like? How does it actually block things?
Oh, resistance shows up in lots of ways. Doubt, fear, worry. Even feeling unworthy. These aren't just thoughts. They're like energetic brakes or an anchor. Imagine trying to row a boat upstream while dragging a heavy anchor. That's resistance. It stops the flow, stops what you want from reaching you. A really practical exercise to tackle this.
Yeah.
Identify one specific limiting belief you have. Maybe it's, I'm not good enough, or that's too hard for me. Write it down, look at it, and then consciously, deliberately reframe it into something empowering. Choose a new belief and tell yourself, really mean it. I release all resistance.
That's very tangible. Okay. And when resistance starts to fade, it feels like our whole perspective could shift, which is Principle 12, change how you observe reality. Is this just, look on the bright side, or is it something more fundamental?
Much more fundamental. Dyer suggests your perception doesn't just interpret the world, it actively shapes it, creates it in a way. Your internal lens dictates what you even notice, what you draw towards you. If you see challenges as just problems, as roadblocks, that's what they become. But if you can shift to see them as lessons, opportunities for growth, then that's the reality that unfolds for you. A really practical step here. Take one problem you're facing right now and consciously reframe it as a lesson. Ask, what is this teaching me? Your affirmation cements this powerful shift. I choose empowering perspectives.
That's a profound way to look at things. And to really ground these new perspectives, Principle 13 circles back to something we started with: embrace silence, meditate. It really does seem like a core thread running through all of this.
It absolutely is. Silence isn't empty space. It's the space of creation itself. It's where divine inspiration can actually get through. In our noisy world, it's so easy to miss those quiet nudges, those insights from source. Meditation is just the practice of deliberately creating that quiet space, regularly. That's where you hear the answers, gain clarity. Even 15 minutes a day can make a huge difference. In that stillness, you connect. The affirmation captures it. In stillness, I connect to my source.
Right. And so many of these principles are about letting go, aren't they? Letting go of what holds us back. Principle 14, give up your personal history, really speaks to that. How do we actually break free from the stories of our past that often dictate our present?
This one is so liberating. Dyer insists your past is just lessons learned. It's not a life sentence. You are not doomed to repeat it. But we often hold on to past failures, hurts, limitations. And that directly blocks our ability to create something new. Giving up your personal history means consciously releasing the emotional charge tied to those past events, releasing the limiting beliefs they created. A fantastic exercise for this. Try writing a description of yourself, but from the perspective of your future self. Who have you become? What have you achieved? It instantly pulls you out of the past and into the future you want to create. Your affirmation is a bold declaration of freedom. I am free from my past.
That feels incredibly freeing, and it flows right into Principle 15. You can't solve a problem with the same mind.
This suggests we need constant mental evolution, right? How do we keep cultivating that new mind for new results? It means recognizing that the thinking patterns that got you into a challenge, they're not the ones that will get you out. Simple as that. It requires a conscious upgrade of your thinking. Mental renovation, you could call it. So when you face a problem, instead of spinning in the old worries, ask yourself, what would my future self, the one who's already solved this, think or do right now?
Yeah.
That question alone shifts your perspective, unlocks new options. It's about elevating your thinking. The affirmation here is an active commitment. I choose new thoughts and actions.
And to really live that new thinking, Principle 16 says, treat yourself as already what you want to become. This is more than just positive affirmations, isn't it? It sounds like embodying it physically, tangibly.
Totally. It's not fake it till you make it. It's claim it till you make it, or rather claim it now. If you want to be, say, a successful artist, you don't wait for gallery shows to start acting like one. You think, act, dress, dedicate your time as if you already are that person. Now, this sends such a clear signal to your subconscious, to the universe. Start small. Pick one habit, one small action today that aligns with who you want to be, and just upgrade it. If you want to be a writer, write for an hour today. Even if it's just journaling, act the part. Your affirmation powerfully states your current reality. I'm already my future self.
That's a great daily practice, and it feels like it connects to Principle 17.
Yeah.
Treasure your divinity. It's reminding us we're more than just these bodies, these circumstances. How does seeing our divinity boost manifestation?
It fundamentally changes your sense of self-worth, your sense of capability. If you truly believe you're a divine being having a human experience, well, then you're inherently connected to infinite potential, infinite creative power. This isn't about ego or arrogance. It's a deep, humble recognition of your true nature. When you manifest from that place, you're not trying to get something from outside. You're co-creating from this deep inner wellspring of power. A wonderful way to feel this is just to note down, maybe at the end of the day, 3 ways you express your divinity. Through kindness, creativity, just being present and joyful. Your affirmation reflects this profound truth. I am a divine expression of the universe.
Recognizing that divinity must also help with Principle 18. Avoid weakening thoughts. If we are divine, then negative thinking isn't just unhelpful, it's like working against our own nature. How do we catch those thoughts?
Exactly. If you embody your divinity, you realize negative thoughts just aren't aligned with who you really are. They don't fit. It's like putting low-grade fuel in a high-performance car. It just slows everything down. Weakening thoughts lower your energy, your vibration. They impede manifestation. So the practice is becoming the observer. Watch your thoughts without judgment. When you catch a negative one, just acknowledge it. There's that thought again. And then immediately pivot. Consciously replace it with an empowering alternative. Try catching and replacing just 3 today. That builds the muscle. Your affirmation declares mental strength. I think strong, positive thoughts.
This whole process, it really feels like it's not just about getting stuff. It's about becoming who we're meant to be. That's Principle 19, right? Manifesting is a journey to your true self. It points to a deeper purpose.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is where Dyer really elevates manifestation. It's not about ego-driven shopping lists that bring maybe temporary satisfaction. Real manifestation, authentic manifestation, aligns you with your soul's path. Your true self, the stuff you manifest becomes almost a byproduct of that alignment, of becoming more you. A great check-in for this is to journal about your desires. Ask yourself, do these resonate with my core values, my purpose? Do they feel expansive and true or just fleeting? Your affirmation confirms this deep alignment. My desires align with my soul.
And pursuing that soul alignment often means bumping up against old limitations, which is principle 20. Break mental barriers.
Yeah.
These are like the invisible fences we put around ourselves.
Exactly like that. Invisible fences. They're the limiting beliefs we picked up somewhere along the way. I'm not smart enough. I don't deserve that. People like me don't achieve X. It's impossible. They keep you playing small. They block your potential. Dyer encourages us to actively identify them, shine a light on them, then consciously challenge them, rewrite them. You get to define your limits. Pick just one limiting belief today, just one, and actively rewrite it to something empowering, something expansive. Your affirmation is the ultimate declaration of freedom here. I am limitless.
Okay, limitless. That brings us back full circle almost to the energy work with Principle 21, manifest from the unseen energy. It's a powerful reminder of where creation actually starts.
It really is. It hammers home the physical world we see. It's just a reflection, a mirror of the non-physical, the unseen realms of thought, intention, energy. Before anything shows up physically, it exists in that energetic blueprint. So your primary focus shouldn't be on manipulating the physical, but on nurturing the invisible, tending to that energetic garden. Dedicate time each day just to nurture one inspired idea. Give it your energy, your belief. It's about trusting that the unseen forces are handling the details, orchestrating the visible results. Your affirmation builds that trust. I trust the unseen.
And then the final principle, number 22, flip from ego to spirit. This feels like the ultimate refinement, the ultimate test for all our manifesting.
It really is the pinnacle, yes. The ultimate check-in. See, ego-led goals, they're usually driven by needing external validation or fear of lack or wanting control. And yeah, maybe they bring temporary satisfaction, but then it fades. Spirit-led goals, though, they come from a place of love, service, purpose, inner knowing. They lead to lasting fulfillment, real joy, because they're aligned with who you truly are, with that universal flow. So before you act, before you set a new intention, just pause. Ask yourself honestly, is this coming from my ego or from spirit? Your affirmation then becomes a guide for everything you do. I act from spirit.
Wow, okay, so what does this all mean when you put it together? These 22 principles from Wayne Dyer, they're not just random tips, are they? They're like a whole operating system for living intentionally. They give you this clear, interconnected roadmap, starting with inner calm, moving through feeling, believing, trusting, and finally acting from that aligned, spirit-led place to create the reality you truly desire.
Absolutely. And this raises, I think, an important question for everyone listening. For you, if you had to pick just one of these 22 principles, just one, to really focus on, to embody this week, which one feels like it would unlock the biggest shift for you right now? And why that one? It's worth considering, because this is a journey, right? A continuous path of aligning your inner world with the reality you're creating moment by moment.
Exactly. A continuous journey. We really hope this deep dive into Wayne Dyer's principles gives you some powerful tools, maybe a fresh perspective, to start consciously creating the life you envision. Thank you so much for joining us today, for tuning into the channel. We appreciate you being here. And honestly, we can't wait to hear about the amazing things you manifest.